Hi guys, welcome to our channel, and in today's lecture we are going to learn about the group by clause. Let's take an example and see how a group by clause works. Group by is always used after the where clause. Now we are running the query by control plus enter. Here we can see in the result set the US has, owner has is not going to repeat themselves because they are grouped together. Now let's take one more example. So in this example I have removed the where clause. Can we run a query with group by without where clause? Let's see. Yes, we can run a query with a group by clause and without a where by clause. So we don't need the where by clause to run a query with a group by clause. Let's now give the example a alias name. The query is running perfectly fine because we haven't changed much in the query without except giving the alias name. Now let's use the alias name with the group by. Are we going to get any error? Let's see. See, we got an error stating invalid character. The thing is, the control has not been reached to the select statement till now. Let me tell you how a control works. I'm sorry for the writing. So the control first goes to the from it goes to where, then to group by, and then to having. After having, it goes to the select, and at last it goes to the order by. So we have given the alias name in this select statement. So the control haven't been to the select statement till now, so the computer don't know this is an alias name. That's why the computer is giving us an error. Now let's come back to the example. Now we can add aggregates to the select statement with the group by. We will study more about the aggregation in upcoming lecture, but for now I will use count. Now let's run the query. So here the count function is used to determine the number of times a value repeat itself. So in this table the 1 is repeating itself 6987 times. Similarly 22 repeat itself 891 times. So we can rename the count as number of times. So we can use an alias name for the count as well. There are more such aggregate functions like sum, count and average. We will talk about them in later lectures. Now let's take one more example. Comment out the group by function and run the query. See, we got an error, not a single group function. So by this error we get to know that we cannot use the count without group by. Count is not a single group function. So if you are using any aggregate function, then you must use the group by function as well. Now let's include one more column to the result set. Here we got an error says not a group by function. So this means we cannot use any column name which is not in the group by function. So we have to include the type hash in the group by clause as well in order to make the query run. Now our query is running successfully. So there is one more thing to remember, that because we have to group by every single thing which is not an aggregation. So we don't have to group by the aggregation, but with except these aggregations we have to group by every single thing that is in select statement.